Hello and welcome again to Storytime with Luke, where I'll be recounting past experiences, trying to extract some sort of lesson, some sort of reflection from them. Today we're going to be talking about my first kiss, and I did talk about this in one of my last videos, but this is what I'd call my actual first kiss. And what I mean by this is I was sober and I initiated it, and it was someone I actually sort of fancied, not someone random at a house party who I'd never met before and whose name I don't even think I was aware of. So this happened in first year of uni in 2016. So I was 19, and there was this girl who I liked, and it was quite, I don't know. I felt bad in myself because I was later rejected, and she would show off about. I'd heard her boast before about having slept or trying to sleep with every person on the dodgeball team, and yet I came to be rejected a couple of times. Nevertheless, it was my first proper kiss, or my first proper kiss, and it was terrifying. It was really scary. It was the first time in my life where I'd initiated something romantic, something sexual. It was the first time I'd like directly expressed and made myself vulnerable in a way. First time I'd expressed my sexual intent, my sexual desire for someone, other than by saying like, "Hey, do you want to go for a cup of tea sometime?" Which I think I'd had done before, um, and I'd been rejected, or yeah, I'd been told like, "Oh, yeah, I want to, but I only want to do it as friends, nothing more." So yeah, I'd been rejected. So how it happened was a girl living in a flat nearby, and she would come over a lot and spend a lot of time with me. And like I remember one time she just invited herself into my bedroom and lay on my bed, and I just sat at the other side of the bed and chatted until she got bored and said she was busy and had to go. Yeah, this stuff happened regularly. Well, stuff like that with her, and eventually, I suggested we watch a movie, and during the movie, she was like next to me, and I sort of somehow forced myself to put my arm around her, and she cuddled into me, and then I was like stroking her ribs. Sounds very strange, stroking her ribs. And then at the end of the night, I was like, at the end of the movie, I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh it's here. Okay, the time's here. Oh crap. Okay, I've got to do it. Oh crap. And I was worrying about that moment the entire time the movie was playing. I was not watching the movie. I was watching the movie, but I was not paying any attention because my mind was just on this act that I was like committing myself to doing, of just like going for a kiss. And the movie finished, and we sat up off the back of the bed, and I just turned to her and I kissed her on the lips, and it was a little short peck. And then she soon said that she had to go, and then she went to bed or went to do whatever or whomever. Um, and the following night, I think she came over, and that night actually, I like she was laying down, and I grabbed her waist and pulled her up, and then was looking at each other, and there was like tension, and I was like terrified, and then she laid back down again, and then I pulled her up again, and then we actually had like more of a proper kiss. Um, and then after that, she rejected me and rejected me again, I think, and then I left it there. So I guess that's the story. It's not very exciting, but it was absolutely terrifying at the time, and I look back sort of with pride because the biggest challenge of that was facing my biggest fear of rejection and challenging this notion, this like worldview I'd built up of like I am not sexually attractive. No girl would be sexually interested in me. And what I did is I challenged that. So I really challenged the core belief that I'd built up by myself. And I didn't intellectualize it. I wasn't just trying to think through it and meditate through it and journal through it. I actually took the action required to disprove, or potentially disprove something that I'd really built up, something that was very ingrained. and it was possible that I'd be rejected and that she wouldn't want to kiss me at all. Now, the takeaway from this, for me at least, is that if you have an idea about who you are, your identity, essentially, and this is a thing, your identity is fluid. Your identity is not a solid, structured thing. And if you have a belief which constitutes part of your identity, then to challenge that belief, you risk affirming it, you risk strengthening, concretizing that belief even more, because you might be rejected. I might have been rejected by that girl, and that would have confirmed this idea that I am unattractive. So what it takes is a really a good sense of strength and perseverance to be like, no, 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 no. This isn't objective reality. I haven't just been told the truth by God. No, what's happened is just a girl's rejected me. I can give it another go with someone else at another time. So if you do have some fear around yourself, around not being able to get a certain job or not being able to wear a certain type of clothing, for example, something like that, even something as shallow as that sounding, or not being able to get a girl you really desire and find really attractive, then the short and sweet answer, or short and bitter answer, is to try. And if you get rejected, try again. And if you get rejected, try again. And don't keep repeating the same mistakes. Try to reflect and learn. And I'll be doing a lot of that sort of stuff through these videos. But change stuff and keep trying, because eventually things will change. You will get different results, and you will start to identify differently and feel a great sense of confidence thereon. Cool. Thank you for watching this video. That is my first kiss properly, and yeah, I look forward to sharing more about my past with you all on the internet. Any questions, please feel free to ask. Please feel free to message me, and I shall see you in the next one.